They only went and played again. Stop it. We've got Hikaru Nakamura with the white pieces here and playing with black. World number one. It's Mongoose Calzone. What a contest this is. As ever, Global Chess League. The audience absolutely loving it. Riveted by the contest. What does Hikaru do? Pawn to b3. What a cowboy. Opens with one of his favourite overpowered moves and Magnus responds by taking the centre here. The bishop brie and cheddars onto the long diagonal, pawn under fire, defended, e3 played, and these are some of the more common moves. Magnus doesn't do any of them. He builds this banana hammock over here, but rumour has it he's been working on this system with a new secret second. We're still not quite confirmed on who that is. Now we see d4 for the score from Hikaru. Magnus captures, takes a massive chomp of his noodles as he does so, loves to keep his energy up during the game. Does Hikaru take back? No. Pops a pony on f3 here, and this is part of his secret sauce. He's been working at this one at home. Draws on that inner four-eye chess sense. He's opening up the diagonal for the bishop if you dare take on e3. So Magnus checks from b4. Develops that one with a whoosh. Now knight b to d2 played, and knight f6. All the ponies on the board. The players neighing softly. Now takes on d4 played, and surely you do something sensible. You castle the king, d6, maybe takes on d4, but no, Magnus, absolute nut job, goes knight to e4, moving the same piece twice in the opening, a no-no, and opening the bishop's eyes once more. But he does attack this one. So if white goes for any of these shenanigans, well, now you can take the pawn like that, open the queen, and if you take rookie in the corner, now bang, you crash through, force the king to e2 here, and this is a cool move, f6. Shut out the bishop from the c3 square, and knight c3 check, and fork is on the way. Very difficult to get out the forking way without being mated. So let's come back. What do we see instead? Knight 4 to f3, you would write that if you were notating. Covering all the bases here, opening the bishop, Magnus castles, finally some sensible chess, and now queen c1, prepares to push that c-pawn. You can land a piece here and stop that, it's just a different game. Instead Magnus goes d5, this c-pawn advances, pushes back the bishop, but Hikaru was just teasing. Now he explodes the board with c4, Magnus takes on d2, course he does when you see what variation comes, because after gobbling the c-pawn, he opens up the tension between the ladies, bishop recaptures, now this one comes here. Did Hikaru just get red hot skewered by Magnus? No, this one's the saving grace, and now can you guess the move? Queen e7 or queen takes on d2? Which one was played? Do let me know your thoughts down below. Magnus Carlsen plays queen takes on d2, gets those ones off the board. He absolutely loves it, and look at Randy here, one of his biggest fans, a real chess playing wizard despite being a goat. Fan of Magnus now for a couple years, massive lover of chess these days. He's loving the queens off the board, knows Magnus can grind like a grandma all day long, deep into the game, and after bishop g4, connecting the rooks, a3, Hikaru now does the same after king takes, always connects those ones, split rooks, big no-no. Now we see knight a5, why would you put your knight on the stinky edge of the board, not where that pony belongs? Well, fear not, the bishop's about to be picked up. If you try and save it, then b3 drops. So knight e5 was played by Hikaru, covers that bishop on c4, hits the one on g4, very sneaky. Magnus takes with check, forcing a recapture, and this one was played, splitting the pawns, but a c-pawn is born. The grandmasters love to have energy on the board. Now bishop f5, and this is what we call an imbalance. Imbalance of the minor pieces, imbalance of the pawn structures. Can any one of them drum something up? King c3 played. F6, hands find gold, winces, never likes to see such a move. The knight backpedals, preparing to hit d4, but c5, full shutdown. Magnus Carlsen does a John Cena, you can't see me thing. Hikaru can't get to the square. Arbiter has a quick word, bit of a no-no on the chessboard in terms of etiquette, and after rook hd1, that's where rooks belong, open files. Magnus only goes and does the same thing. He's also been to Grandmaster School, learnt these important lessons, and Hikaru now realizes that anyone needs to go for a knight maneuver in this position. Starts bringing it around. Hikaru here, Magnus pushes the juicer, does a connect 3 there, and after f3, the audience spend ages scratching their heads trying to guess the move. They're trying to come up with it. King f7 played, no one can get it. e4 takes everyone by surprise. The bishop drops back, hits the pawn on c4, knight c2, maneuvering also covered the weakened d4 square. Now Magnus pushes that pawn from f6, finally gets rid of that nasty pawn on that square, and we see captures. You can take with the bishop, looks very natural, but Magnus wants to keep an eye on this square. So he goes with the pawn, shattering his own structure, same as Hikaru did over here. Now f4 played, classic positional move, shut down the bishop on its own complex with the pawn, very ugly, and now we see an exchange of rookie prisoners. The cannon recaptures. Rook e8, Magnus come in for the second open file. Rook d3 played. Grandmasters love a rook lift, really keeps their arms in shape, you know, lifting those ones up the board. And h5, Magnus pushing, trying to liquidate one of his weaknesses. g3 now played. Rook h8, looking for the h4 action. So Hikaru, anyone, wants to go on that knight maneuver once more. And now if you push h4 after captures, there could be a problem with this invasion square. So king e7, first played, covers it. Now knight f3, shuts down on that pawn push, also looks to start hopping. Knights are tricky, we won't swear, in the endgame. So rook d8's played here, rook e3 maintains the tension, king f6 breaking that pin, and now rook d3 back offers a trade. Is Magnus going to see that his rook is hanging? Yes, he does. He's world number 1. King recaptures. King e7 played. This one hops back to c3. a6. Surely neither of the players is losing this position. They're bringing their minor pieces around. A little bit of probing, a little bit of tickle on the chessboard. Not literally. That hasn't happened for a few years now at a top tournament. Used to happen quite commonly under the armpit. Now this knight starts maneuvering, and after bishop e6, king c3 here, king c6, Hikaru now threatens to push a pawn one day. King d6 played, king b2. Hang on a minute, these kings shuffling around. King b2, king c6. Surely we're not about to get one of these.
And there it is.
And there it is.
Wow. Well, we just said the same exact thing.
Did we just say the same exact... Did we just do that 3 times? Seriously?
King c3, I'm afraid we are. Draw agreed by the players. Threefold repetition. No bloodshed today. We can't always have that epic, stinky, crumbly cheese, I'm afraid, but I had to bring you the Magnus Hikaru clash. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to smash unsubscribe. Never share with your friends, and leave me a load of crap in the comments. Thanks very much, and hope to see you soon. Cheers.